watching the videos this week for the Chapter 8 analysis video post, they were all pretty interesting. The one I'm choosing to speak about in this video is 6 feet in 7 minutes. The video is pretty much about a Indian guy. It was his 18th birthday, and his parents had finally decided to let him know that he had a artificial heart transplant at the age of 5, and he had about 7 minutes to live. So the first emotion I observed, on behalf of Rajiv, whose birthday it was surprise. When he was obviously caught with an element of surprise as soon as his parents started talking to him, and it kind of gradually grew when they showed him the news article. But one of the studies in the textbook really talks about the dilation of the eyes, so that's one thing that was obvious to me when, beyond first being told that, when he was actually told he had 7 minutes and the camera kind of switches over to the view of the clock, he's obviously surprised. The next emotion he exhibited was anger, and I think it was mixed with a great deal of resentment for his parents. He starts talking about all these things he wanted to experience, like scaling a mountain, having sex, scuba diving, all these things. So he kind of takes this anger out, calling his dad a bastard immediately and throwing the body bag or whatever that was at the corner. So yeah, those are the two emotions, as well as some of the verbal and nonverbal ways. He was obviously a little antsy, which was just him getting up, walking around, throwing the body bag at the corner. In terms of cultural context, it's hard to kind of see where the parents are coming from, because first of all, they didn't inform the kid of his situation or barely told him when he was 5, but also after they didn't try to console him at all. His dad immediately pulled out a clipboard, which was very insensitive to the situation, and starts going off a list of what shroud do you want, do you have any last words, and all Rajiv was really concerned with was, hey, why did you make me take the SAT? Why didn't I go do all these things? So I guess in their culture, all he was talking about was karma this, karma that, and it flashes back to even his childhood with some of his pets. And Rajiv just kind of is frustrated because there's no consolation in that. It's just kind of by the cultural constraints of this is how it is, you'll probably be reincarnated. An example of when I've experienced a similar emotion is probably I grew up in a Asian household. I'm Middle Eastern, so really like talking to my mom growing up about anything other than stuff that's really by the books, whether it be religious or just cultural, like talking about girls is more so like always deferred from the situation. It's, oh, let's not talk about girls, let's talk about school, you need to be a doctor, you need to be this. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out for me, but the way I dealt with it growing up is kind of just finding other routes to kind of let that out, talking to friends and stuff, and then going back to my mom and talking about the stuff that we can relate on and be on the same page about. But it's weird navigating from that aspect. But yeah, those were the emotions and some of the observations I had for the videos. Thank you.